Hello Internet, welcome to the Nerd Sanctuary. This is Yami, and I'm bringing you my Alfred Stride deck profile. I actually made some improvements to this deck just the other day with my Blaster Aichi Sendo deck. So I am actually very excited about how this plays. Starting off, we have Guidepost Sage Elron with the Counterblast 1, put him in the Soul skill. That if your Vanguard's an Alfred, search your deck for a grade 2 or less that isn't this card, call it to an open rear guard, and shuffle your deck. It's pretty good. It's great for building up a stronger field with what you have. And next I have 7 critical triggers. Only one of them is the Scion Rider because that's the only one I was able to get, but I'd definitely get more. I don't think I have Bark Roll left in this deck. I changed that recently, so you can get rid of the Floatal too and make it 8 criticals. 4 of them being Scion Rider. After that, got 4 draw triggers. I use Margol because of its moving into the soul for a plus 3000 boost skill. And then ending up the triggers, I have 4 heals. Nothing special, just 4 heals. After that, I have 4 perfect guards. I'm using the Epona from the Legend deck because it is a countercharging perfect guard. So that is very useful. Having some lighting issues in here I didn't expect. It must be at a weird angle from my lights. After that, I have 4 of Swordsman of Light Junos. He gains power whenever something's put on rear guard from the deck, whenever something's placed on rear guard doing an effect from one of my cards. My Vanguard's an Alfred, plus 5000 power. It's a very good card to have. I also run 3 of the Wingull Youth from the Legend deck. It is a good way to search out Blaster Blades, which, not as vital in this deck, but I still run 4 Blaster Blades, so something that can search it out would always be nice. Ending out the grade 1s, I run 3 of the Little Tactician Marin. It is a Counterblast 1 when this unit is placed on rear guard from the hand. As long as your Vanguard's an Alfred or Blaster, then you get to search your deck for 1 card, call to rear guard, and that card gets a 3000 point power boost. A lot of the cards from the Legend deck are actually very useful for an Alfred deck because they support Blasters and Alfred. Very useful, very happy with the Legend deck. I may actually end up scrapping the Alfred deck and just using some cards from that to make my Blaster deck better. Starting out the grade 2s, I have 3 Starhope Trumpeter. It has the same ability as Marin, where when this unit is placed on rear guard from the hand, as long as my Vanguard's an Alfred or Blaster, Counterblast 1, search your deck for a card, and then call to rear guard and give it plus 3000 power. I used to run a Starcall Trumpeter, the Blaster Blade Searcher, but Starhope is better. After that, I have 2 Swordsmen of Light Ames, with the skill that if your Vanguard is an Alfred when this unit attacks, it gets plus 2000 power to the end of that battle. It also has the skill that when its attack hits, if you have a Vanguard with Alfred in its name, Counterblast 1, search your deck for a Blaster Blade, call it to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and then that card's auto ability is free cost. So you get to use Blaster Blade's retiring skill without paying any counterblast. It's actually very good, and I was really hoping that with the Legend deck, Blaster Blade Exceed would have an ability that lets its name be considered Alfred, because a lot of these Swordsmen of Light, if you put it into a Blaster deck that way, it would be amazing. Especially Ames letting you search out Blaster Blades. But after that, I have 4 Blaster Blades, with the skill Counterblast 2 when this unit's placed on Vanguard, to choose an opponent's rear guard and retire it, or Counterblast 2 when it's placed on rear guard to get rid of a grade 2 or greater rear guard. You really don't use Blaster Blade for his effect very much anymore, but he is still a good card to have in this deck. Finishing off the grade 2s, I have 2 Swordsman of Light Blaster Axe Grarl. And he is just like Juno's in the way that when another unit is placed on rear guard due to one of your effects, as long as your Vanguard's an Afred, plus 5,000 power. Starting off the grade 3s, you should run 4 copies of Alfred Oath. I only have 2, so I'm padding it out with 2 copies of the original. But Alfred Oath has the Generation Break 2 skill that this unit gets plus 2,000 for each of your rear guards. And the way this effect's done actually lets you use rear guards to boost him instead of what basic Alfred does, so that's pretty good. And he also has the skill that when this unit's placed on Vanguard, if you have a Swordsman of Light or Blaster in the Soul, then you get to Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1, discard a card from your hand, and if you do, search your deck for 2 cards that are either a Swordsman of Light or a Blaster that have different grades, call them separate rear guards, and shuffle your deck. It's very good, and honestly, that's one of the main reasons I run as many Swordsmen of Light as I do in this deck. And not to say that they're bad cards, but the Alfred Oath really helps pull their power out. Ending out the grade 3s, I have 4 copies of King's Adjutant Knight. I don't know how to pronounce that word down there, but you guys are blurred out, so. Galehout. With the Counterblast 2 skill that when this unit is placed on Vanguard, pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for an Alfred, write it in the stand position, shuffle your deck, and if you road, take this card from your soul and call it on rear guard. And he also has the rear guard skill that when its attack hits a Vanguard, if your Vanguard's an Alfred, countercharge 1. It's a very good, very easy way of getting out Alfred Oath, which is why I don't have too much of a problem only running it at 2, even though it should be at 4. But moving on with the grade 4s, I run 2 Alfred Holy Saver. This card is a lot less consistent in the Alfred deck because of, you only have 4 Blaster Blades. But it has the skill of Counterblast 1, choose a face down Alfred Holy Saver, turn it face up, and discard a card from your hand. If your heart card is an Alfred or Blaster, choose a Blaster Blade rear guard, and until the end of the turn it gets 3,000 and Twin Drive for its first attack. After that, I have 2 copies of Holy Squire Dragon. With the skill, flip a face down copy of it. If your heart card's an Alfred, unlock all locked cards, and then until the end of the turn, this unit gets the ability that all your rear guards get 2,000 power until the end of the turn. And during your turn, this unit gets plus 3,000 for each of your rear guards. Very good. I mean, it's very reminiscent of an Alfred ability, but with the added benefit of giving rear guards a bonus. After that, I run 3 copies of Holy Dragon, Legit Sword Dragon. With the skill, if you have a heart card with Alfred or Blaster in its card name, Counterblast 1, search your deck for a grade 2 or less with Swordsman of Light or Blaster in its name, call it to rear guard, shuffle your deck, and that unit gets plus 2,000 until the end of the turn. Very good. It's very similar to the Legend deck cards, but it came out like a few months before, so they definitely had some planning for that card. After that, I run 2 Divine Knight of Flash and Flame Samuel, with the skill that when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if the number of cards in your opponent's damage zone is 4 or less, and the number of rear guards you have is 5 or more, Counterblast 2 to choose an opponent's Vanguard and deal 1 damage. Effect damage cards, always great to have. That's why I run this one at 2. I run 1 Gobblade. And his skill is when his attack hits a Vanguard, search your deck for a grade 2 or greater, call it to rear guard, shuffle the deck. It's basic, but it's still very good. Then I run 2 Holy Dragon Myriad Soul Savers. with the ability, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, if you have a Heart with Afred or Blaster, Soul Blast 3, choose 5 rear guards, and they get plus 5,000 power. It's very good. It's a good way to get power early on, which is why you need to run 8 criticals in this deck, just for a lot of power. After that, I run 1 Vivid Sacred Staff Andragius, with the skill that if you have 2 or more grade 2 rear guards, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield. And then I have 1 of the Holy Dragon Laser Guard Dragon, with the skill that when it's placed on Guardian Circle, if you have 1 or more grade 2 rear guards, gets plus 5,000 shield. And ending out this deck, I have 2 copies of Great Flashy Salt, with the skill that when this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, if you have an Afred or Blaster Vanguard, Counterblast 1, and this unit gets plus 5,000 shield for each rear guard until the end of that battle. It's a very good card. It's a good way to build up a strong wall that your opponent won't be able to get past. But that is it for this deck. If you like to see, like, comment, subscribe, check out our other videos, and I'll see you guys later.